Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Garner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will get the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. You could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time. They can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
And the Hokies line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Cover's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Finds his tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Canes have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Chubb. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beat. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right on the money. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. Gets it to the... Six-yard line, first down for this offense. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now he fields it in his own end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They'll try the run. Oh, better look out. Good vision and determination there to find its way up to the 23. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to throw, it's Dyer. He's got his man across the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback moving. Wide open downfield. He's loose. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his target down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. The Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Canes! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. South Carolina somehow, some way, found a way there in Columbia and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. You got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Punch it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the Heat again. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Hokies in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
It's complete to the left. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Man, as a quarterback, too, after throwing picks, you just got to find completions to get the good mojo going, right? The very next drive. So he's getting to that right away. He's like, look, it's not open downfield. Where's my running back? I'm in the pocket. I can see him easy. Spit it out to him. Let's get some of those good vibes going.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Dyer. Grabbed over the middle, it's shot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Scrambling away. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. score. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now the offense has it 1st and 10 from its own 11. Power football with the run. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Fires to the right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely center cut. Had to settle for the field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Gets it out quickly. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just...
There he goes to the left. Touchdown, Miami. A great catch and run for 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Duke has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 24 over Virginia. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Hokies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
21, Virginia Tech, 10.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. From the gun, running back gets to give.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Going right and going deep. Hauls it in down the sideline. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibbs. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll go to the air. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
First down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He's got him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Release to the back. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Canes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the...
He's going to let it go. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets him fly.
Man, that hurts. If you're the offensive coordinator, you need to come up with a completion or a first down. The quarterback had all day to throw that football. He had well over 6 seconds to throw that thing from the pocket. Incredible job in pass pro. Somebody's got to get open, but the quarterback has got to be more